Good evening, everybody, and welcome once again to the kickoff session of DTLC 10. My name is Lorraine Osano, and I'm your host for the evening. We especially are very happy to have a new cohort starting today, and that's DTLC Season 10. We all are striving to live a healthy life because we want to avoid the many lifestyle diseases that exist. Which are some of these diseases? And I'm sure you have seen with concern, like many have, that these diseases linked to our personal lives are affecting many of us in very different ways. For example, did you know that 37% of Kenyans have high blood pressure, and 12% have heart disease, 10% have diabetes? And if we have to go the world over, there are like 19 million deaths because of heart disease and 2 million by diabetes. So this just goes to show that it's not a joke, eh? We have to take our lifestyle very seriously. And this program, DTLC, helps us to prevent any of these situations or even to reverse the situation as statistics have shown. We are now in season 10 of DTLC, and this program is designed to equip all with life skills so that we can lead healthier lives and we can avoid those lifestyle illnesses that we've talked about. Surely, there's no better way to start this program than by introducing the founder of DTLC. And we'd like to invite her and put our hands together for Dr. Alice Ojwang to tell us a little, help us understand what is DTLC, why should we join this program? Dr. Ojwang, welcome.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here this evening. We appreciate that you've taken time off your busy schedule to be with us. So DTLC, what is really DTLC? DTLC stands for diabesity, which means diabetes and obesity. People don't like it when we say obese, but we say that because when your weight becomes excess, then it becomes a health problem. So maybe when we use the word obese, then you get to action. But before I talk about obesity and Diabesity lifestyle program and why you should consider it, I want to ask a few questions. And I'd like you to just put it on the chat. What health behavior do you need to change? All of us need to change something. I personally, some time back, I got a cycling accident and I lost my exercise rhythm. So I was at home for maybe almost a year without exercise because of injury. But now I am trying to get back to exercise. So that is the behavior I need to change. I need to work on my exercise because I know it does me good. So now for you, what health behavior do you need to change? What do you think? Just put it on the group. All of us need to change something. What health behavior do you need to change? Is it eat more vegetables, sleep better, monitor your blood sugar? Somebody says, yes, eating late at night, getting back to exercising, needs to stop eating late at night. Very good. Thanks for sharing. Somebody else, drink more water. Thank you. Who else? Just think about it. What health behavior do you need to change? There's something we all need to change. Sleep more. Thank you. So I'm currently in Rwanda working in a conference, Global Action for Chronic Disease, and Global Alliance for Chronic Diseases. And I was talking to one of the scientists. He's like, research is so sweet. I sleep 4 hours. It's not right. You're going to drop dead one of these days. So portion reduction, I'm seeing. And so you all agree that we have a health behavior to improve or to work on. Thank you very much for sharing. Yes. I have another question. Why are you not changing these behaviors? Why are you eating late? Why are you not drinking water? Why are you not sleeping early? Why are you not eating fresh vegetables? I need an answer. Why are you not changing these behaviors? The first question was, if you're just coming in, what health behaviors do you need to change? People have put a lot. Second question is, why are you not changing these behaviors? Thank you. Procrastination, I see one. Poor time management, Yes, poor time management, lack of commitment, Yes. I think lack of consistency. So all these things, and you know what? This is just the real situation. We have these issues. We procrastinate. We don't manage time very well. Before you know it, the day is over. 24 hours are gone. Mildred, one of the nutritionists, says you have 24 hours, 8 hours for sleeping, 8 hours for working. What do you do with the other 8 that you actually don't have time to exercise, to sleep, and to even buy food? What do you do? So you have to ask. Okay, thank you for those answers. I still have 2 questions to go. Tell me if it's true or false. If you're living with a chronic disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and you're taking medication, true or false, are you going to live long enough to get complication? The question is, you're living with chronic disease, diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. Think about it, something else, any of the chronic diseases, and you don't change your behavior. Are you going to live long enough to suffer from a complication? True or false? Somebody says no. The question is it true or false? You're diabetic, you're hypertensive, you have high cholesterol, you're taking medication, you don't change your lifestyle. Will you live long enough to suffer a complication?
No, that's me.
Are you telling the truth? If you're diabetic, hypertensive, you don't exercise, you don't eat healthy, will you live long enough to suffer complication? True or false?
True.
It's true.
True. People are typing. Definitely. You can't die prematurely. Okay, thank you. And we don't want to depress you. It's just the truth. We're just asking the normal questions we need to ask. Last question before I tell you what DTLC is. Without the chronic conditions, can you get complications? You don't have diabetes, you don't have those cholesterol, you don't have all these conditions. Can you get complications? Rarely, no.
Yes.
Not really. Yeah, very good. Thank you for your answers. Over a long period of time. So what we do at DTLC and what we have seen, I'm just going to share briefly with you some of the data that we have, and I'll just share it from this page. So in a cohort where we had 65 people, and this was season 7, some of them are here, we had 62% achieve reduction in HbA1c. If you're living with diabetes, you know what this is. This is a test that you do every 3 months to tell you whether you're in control of your blood sugars or not. 79% experience more than 5% weight loss, which is clinically important. If you just lose 5% of your weight, that's enough to reduce, to improve control of any chronic condition you have. If you have knee pain, it's enough to reduce that. 43% reduce or discontinue their diabetes medication. 98% reported improved confidence in managing diabetes. What else did we do? So we looked at the data for medication. So 48% we had reduction in monthly medication cost because we looked at the medication before they started the DTLC program, and we looked at the medication after the DTLC program. 40% decreased in cholesterol-related medication expenses, and 17% reduced in blood pressure medication. And that means that we literally looked at the drugs you're taking and the dosages before the program and after the program. So our program, so DTLC is really to transform diabetes care, and not just diabetes care. It's diabesity. It's really lifestyle. We know that if you're hypertensive, you need hypertensive medication. You're diabetic, you need diabetic medication. You have high cholesterol, you need cholesterol medication. You have a headache, you need painkillers. But when you do lifestyle, when you practice lifestyle, you sleep, you eat healthy, you make few changes, that is going to hit the condition. It will hit diabetes, improve it, improve cholesterol, improve blood pressure, improve all these things. So we don't put you on a diet. So it's an education program that goes on for 12 weeks. Every week, we give you something to do. For example, week 1 is what is your why? Understanding why you must do this, and then looking at what are your bad habits, identifying your habits, and being very, very true to yourself. Week 2, we go into portions and planning. And this DTLC10 is a special one because imagine we have done up to season 10. So this is a special season 10, and we want more people to join because it is not for diabetes persons only, and it is for everybody. The reason we separate diabetes from the rest is because when you're living with diabetes, we have to give you so much more education. However, we will be able to manage. As long as you follow instructions, you will benefit. It doesn't matter what condition you have. So DTLC in short is a Diabesity Total Lifestyle Change program. We have sessions in nutrition education. We have sessions on health management, medication management, and we have sessions on lifestyle, including physical activity, circadian rhythm, social networks, and more. So the reason this is it really is impactful is because it's based on science. We have like top 10 nutrition discoveries, studies that were discovered that actually change lives. For example, one is not related to chronic disease, but we know that if somebody is planning for pregnancy or pregnant, they have to take a folate, and this prevents what we call improves the spinal formation of a fetus. Let's just say that. This is very important discovery. Everywhere in the world you go, if you're pregnant or trying to be pregnant, you have to take iron, you have to take folate. Now let's go to chronic diseases. Top 10 discoveries in research in the world, and scientists are here, they can back me up. If it's been discovered that obesity or weight loss, when you're overweight, you get certain cancers. So losing weight prevents cancers. When you're diabetic and you manage your diet, you do not need to be on medication to manage your diet because diabetes is a condition that affects the way your body uses food. If you have high cholesterol, it's been shown that if you change your diet and even go on plant-based, you will be able to change the course. If you have cancer and you go on plant-based and you're diagnosed early, you can't change the course of the disease. So our program is based on evidence. That means research. It's backed by research. And we know that many studies around the world, Africa, Europe, America, Asia, when the patient or the person living with the condition, or even just somebody who needs to be healthy, when you have knowledge, but we know that knowledge is not enough. You need knowledge. Like if you're told it's wet paint, that's knowledge, but people still go and check if it's wet paint. So knowledge of your health is not enough, but you need more awareness, you need confidence, and you need support. So how does that happen in DTLC? Yes, we provide knowledge. We have doctors. You're going to meet some of the team members. You have the clients themselves. Then we have the group. We work in a group. We don't see you as an individual because you need the group. So you have support from the group, and that motivates you because you'll see that somebody is posting their food. Somebody is changing how they're eating. Somebody reports in the group, oh, my blood sugar has dropped from getting a fasting of 10 to getting a fasting of 7. So you're motivated and you keep doing this. And then you get confidence in what you're doing. And that helps you to actually carry on. And what we've done, we've had 9 seasons, and all these 9 seasons, we record the sessions, and the sessions you have access for life. You're on a WhatsApp group for life. We manage you. This is where you ask your questions. We provide information, and you have this for life. And once you finish the season, then we put you on maintenance. So every 3 months, we have a campaign. Like right now, we have a Eat Raw Vegetable campaign. If I show you the pictures of what people are doing, it's just amazing. I just smile and be happy. So I can't say too much, but remember, the person who knows more about their health lives the longest. So you have a choice to make. We have a support team, and I can just share what the team looks like. in this report. So the team looks like this. We have all this, we have nutritionists, we have doctors, we have public health, we have interns, and also just to tell you that this program is not only in Kenya, but you can see it has spread across the world. All right. So we are happy to be pioneers in this and changing lives. And last but not least, why did I start DTLC program? For a long time, I worked with individual clients and I see individual clients, very nice, very fulfilling, maybe over 5,000, over 25 years, you can imagine. But always what used to touch me is most of the time, the persons are living with diabetes, especially, are sent for nutrition education when they're already having a complication. When the blood sugars are not being controlled, that is when they refer to me, or they find a nutritionist when things are bad. So if you're listening here, don't wait for things to go wrong. Then you find a dietitian or a nutritionist or a doctor. Make a habit of going to see these professionals. Don't wait until things are wrong. So what do I want to say? Remember, your genes load the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger. We hope you can join us in DTLC. Thank you. Over to you, Miss Lorraine.
Thank you, Dr. John. And maybe just to mention that you said 25 years experience?
Yes, 25 years of experience. Yes.
25 years of experience.
On experience. Yes.
Yeah. So what have you been doing in the 25 years?
What have I been doing 25 years? So I started as a nutritionist at the Kenyatta National Hospital, working in the medical ward, dealing with various conditions. And then I knew that I wanted to deal with diabetes and obesity, because when I educated somebody who was living with diabetes, they actually went home and they didn't come back to the ward, because Kenyatta has a very good referral system. You can tell who keeps coming back. When it was people who had other conditions like HIV or TB, they kept coming back to the hospital. They're admitted from time to time. But when I educated the diabetes person or somebody with blood pressure, cholesterol, they actually didn't come, maybe after 3 or 4 months. So that motivated me. And a certain doctor, Dr. Ahmed Touahir, inspired me, says, I think, come. He asked me to go for a meeting, a physician's meeting, to learn about diabetes, obesity education. And then Dr. Tieno Jalango, who is part of the team, was one of my mentors. She started teaching me more about diabetes. So I know so much. So it's taken a village to get me here. But yes, that's how I started. I went to school. I did my master's. I did my PhD. I teach at the university now, mentoring a few people. Hope we get a few Alices and a few Jelangos and a few Mainas. And I'm happy because I've done this for so long that when I say, do as I say and you will see the results, I am very confident, very confident. Not over, but very, because I've done this for a long time. Thank you.
Great. Very good. So we have confidence that we're dealing with the right person for the job. And the 9 cohorts are evidence of that. Thank you. Now we know what DTLC is, but she mentioned that there's a team behind this DTLC. It's a panel of doctors, professionals. So instead of going to see one doctor each, we get to see different doctors in one program. Can you imagine? The benefits are so big. So let's meet the mentor. And that is Dr. Tieno Jalango. There you are. Nice to see you. And you've been on this show for a long time now. Several of these seasons, you have been our diabetologist. So tell us, Dr. Jalango, what has been your role in DTLC?
Thank you, Lorraine, and thank you, Alice. I would like to say it's been exciting to be on this digital journey. And my role here is multifaceted. Mainly as a clinician, I come in with my clinical expertise, but also have a very, very profound love of diabetes education. Throughout my over 25 years experience in diabetes care, I have seen what the right knowledge and skills can do to people. Diabetes is not kind, and if it is not properly managed, and that goes to all other chronic diseases, somebody ends up suffering gravely. Fortunately, this suffering can be availed by having the right knowledge and skills. And so I come in here to give up-to-date backed up knowledge, knowledge backed up by evidence that supports people to make daily choices and take care of themselves, and especially when they have a chronic disease like diabetes, hypertension, etc., even high lipid levels, to be able to make lifestyle changes and then to see the results within their bodies to enjoy healthy lives. I always believe that forewarned is forearmed because chronic diseases are a formidable enemy and you need to be well prepared to handle them and even to prevent them.
You're the scientist here. So tell us about this prevention and management. What have you seen? What has been your experience at DTLC?
Yeah, it's been wonderful. We have seen diabetes reverse. We have seen remission. We have seen doses go down drastically. We have seen cancer go into remission. We have seen arthritis go into remission, all through this digital intervention. Lifestyle change is powerful, very powerful, and does not cost you very much compared to what you pay for in terms of drugs and even the physical harm that these conditions do when they're not taken care of. Healthy eating will improve your metabolic health, okay? Physical activity improves insulin sensitivity. It supports weight management, reduces your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and prevents heart disease, among many other things. When you manage stress, you get hormonal balance, which is a boon to the way your body acts. And that way prevents even you having diabetes, or if you have diabetes, then it's easier to manage. And for some people, you even go into remission. Weight management will reduce your disease risk, including diabetes, And lifestyle prevents chronic diseases like hypertension, cancer, and even things like dementia, Alzheimer's, by just being active, eating right, and avoiding stress, having the right kind of relationships. Small steps, but very big gains.
Excellent. It's been very good having you on the program, and I'm sure you shall impact just as well on season 10. Thank you. Okay, let's meet another panelist, and this is our family doctor, Dr. Nyawera Maina. Hello, Dr. Nyawera.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. How are you today?
I'm quite fine.
Good.
Now, I've been in the program since DTLC 2. I remember Alice telling me, just join, listen. That time we were not very many, but as you were told to give your challenges, I may not have given mine, but up to date, water, it's a big challenge. If I take 2 glasses of water a day, I have done very well. That is not what we preach. We preach that you should take the specified, and you will be taught what amount to take. I'm a general practitioner. I've been in the diabetic field for more than 20 years. I work in a diabetic clinic. Previously in medical school, what were we taught? We were taught that diabetes, although it's a chronic disease, there is no way you can manage it on diet. So you come with bad sugars. I will add medicine. I will keep on adding medicine. I will not tell you, don't eat this, reduce this, do this. I may tell you not to take Mumia's sugar, but I will not tell you how to mix and match the rest of your food. So all you are taught is add medicine, add medicine. And by the time I'm adding medicine, you're coming with complications. So what have I done for you? So the program helps you manage by knowing what to eat, because 90% of managing chronic illness is in the food and in the exercise. And the exercise is nothing. You can't go to the gym. I'm not going to ask you to go to the gym. Walk for 15 minutes in the morning. Walk for 15 minutes in the afternoon. You've walked your 30 minutes. And that is just what you need to do. We're not asking you to buy anything out of your budget. You'd be surprised if Alice had asked you to make a list of what is in your pantry or in your store or in your fridge today. Half of the things are the things you will note that you have to do away with. The other half are things that are available in our markets, in our supermarkets, things that will help you manage diabetes.
Good. So tell us, Dr. Maina, having been in the program, have you actually seen people reduce their medication as a diabetologist?
Yes, I have. And you will be taught how to go about it. I've noticed people whom, yes, you started on insulin, you went on tablets, and now you're on 1 or 2 tablets, or you're just on diet. But I always every time you come to the clinic, I tell you, please don't stop coming to the clinic. Please don't think you are cured. You're in remission. Therefore, you're diabetic, you're on diet, you had weight issues, you're on diet, but it's not a diet. It's just basically a way of life. We can't call it a diet because you're eating everything. But I have patients who started off on medication and they're no longer on medication. And they're walking the journey of looking at what they're eating.
Excellent. That's what you wanted to hear. So anybody who wants to join, please know that it is possible. And Dr. Nyawera has told us that she has been in the program and has seen that happen, the remission of diabetes. So tell me, Dr. Nyawera, how have you yourself benefited from being in DTLC?
DTLC, I can't remember when the second one was. Alice, maybe you can remind me.
2022.
Okay, 2022. In 2022, prior to COVID, I used to exercise. I used to walk. I had an accident, did away with the car, and I used to walk. COVID came and I bought a car. Exercise went to 0. I gained weight. I actually gained to 105. When I joined DTLC, I was actually 105. 2 years later, I was 75 kilos. Just by following what is taught and maintaining, okay, there are days you wake up and you know you're supposed to exercise, but you may not do it. But tomorrow is another day. You wake up and now, so the steps, the exercise, whatever you're doing is progressive, it accumulates, and it's helpful. And I noticed it helped.
Very nice. So even the doctor has benefited from the program. So thank you very much, Dr. Maina. It's always very nice to have you with us, and thank you for being our family doctor. Let's add a different perspective to this now. As we mentioned, this panel includes different specialists in their field. Did you know that stress and mental wellness, mental illness could affect your weight gain and all other issues? So Dr. Nelly Otieno is here as our resident mental health expert. And we'd like to ask you, Dr. Otieno, what has been your role in DTLC? How does mental health come in? Okay.
Thank you very much, Lorraine, and the participants. I'll start by sharing what my role is at DTLC, and then I'll talk about the support that I give. So my role, number one, is I actually help participants to be able to develop and maintain healthy behaviors as medication adherence. This is physical activities, nutrition, sleep, and stress management. We also use different behavioral based techniques like motivational interviewing, behavior modification techniques, and goal setting to support lifestyle changes. Role number 2 is psychological assessment. And this assessment we do by assessing for depression, anxiety, diabetes, distress, eating disorders, or other mental health conditions that may impact the possibilities of positive disease management. This we actually do by using different assessment tools. For example, one of the tools that we use is PHQ. And PHQ-9, that is Patient Health Questionnaire that we use to be able to assess. We also use GAD-7. GAD-7 is General Assessment Disorder 7. And then we also use DDS and abbreviated Diabetes Distress Scale. So out of all this, then we can be able to ascertain where the patient is in terms of their psychological well-being. And then number 3, we also support by psychotherapy and emotional support. And how do we do this? By providing individuals or groups by group therapy for coping with the chronic illnesses. We also support participants by dealing with grief, things like denial, guilt, body image issues, and even burnouts. And then we offer different therapies based on different techniques to be able to address stress reduction. So these are some of the roles that I do. And finally, we also offer psychoeducation, which is educating participants on the psychological impacts of diabetes and chronic conditions. We teach them how to be able to regulate their emotions, self-compassion, and adaptive coping skills. And then collaboration and consultations, where we work closely with professionals like everybody that has been actually introduced here. For example, dietitians, the nurses, psychotherapists, and other health coaches to enact a multidisciplinary approach to lifestyle disease management. All this we do, and this helps us in contributing to treatment planning and case reviews with the present healthcare team that we work with at DTLC.
That's really nice. Who knew that there's a relationship between stress and disease? Would you like to speak to that? How does stress and disease management, how do we connect stress and disease management?
Well, definitely we do. For example, stress and disease management, the connection. Stress has a direct and significant impact on how individuals are able to manage their chronic conditions like diabetes, hypertensive, obesity. When someone is under chronic stress, what happens? Hormones like cortisol and even adrenaline increases, raising blood glucose and blood pressure levels. People are more likely to engage in unhealthy coping behaviors such as emotional eating, smoking, or even skipping medications. Then also stress affects sleep, motivation, and even decision-making, all of which are essential for daily self-management tasks. So high stress can worsen insulin resistance and increase the risk of complications. So
Great.
what we do, we literally support psychological well-being by addressing the participants to reduce anxiety and depressive symptoms, which improves focus and self-care. Also develop resilience and coping skills for managing setbacks or complications. We also strengthen motivation through mental health awareness talks. We help them to strengthen motivation and self-efficacy, making lifestyle changes more sustainable, helping them also to improve adherence to medication, diet, physical activities, and follow-up routines, and therefore enhancing overall quality of life, leading to better physical and emotional health outcomes.
Very nice. So do you encourage the people thinking, should I not, to join DTLC?
Definitely. There would never be any better place to be, especially if you want to live a better life, longer, and be able to, just be able to balance up things. The best place to be is at DTLC, whether you are having a challenge or not, because if you're not already there, then it helps you to be able to keep safe.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Dr. Otieno. It's nice to have you as part of the team, and we appreciate helping us to have mental wellness. and keep going. Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
that is part of the team. Those are the professionals, the scientists, as Dr. Zhuang said, who have made it possible to get us up until this stage. But now, that's what the doctors say. What about the people on the ground, the people who have been part of the program? What do they have to tell us? We can't interview all of them, but we'll have a few comments from some of them. And so to start us off, let us look, what the DTLC does is after every session, then we have a champion going into the succeeding session. So those in the room they talk to are, one is Adhiambo Nyawade. Are you in the house?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. There you are with so much energy. Champion
Hi,
DTLC.
everyone.
Hello. So tell us, Dr. Diambo, how did you become a champion at DTLC?
Okay, for me, good evening, everyone. I joined DTLC program. I'm a season 7. And I think I joined at a time where I was really down. I'd lost my mom, and all these lifestyle diseases were the issue. I was emotionally down, and I was worried that I was going to become my mom, who had been so sick. And I saw how medically, financially, and everything things went for us. And when I was diagnosed with diabetes, I became a bit rebellious about. I was rebellious about taking medicine because I saw what it did to my mom. So when my sister-in-law actually told me about the season 7, she was a season 6, and I said, okay, fine, I'll be able to join. But being part of this DTLC family has been amazing. And I became a champion because I think when I joined, I gave it my all. For me, I participated, and I did, it was really feeding all the needs that I needed. I learned so much. And yeah, by the time I was done, Dr. Jack was like, Mary, you're going to be a champion. Just help us, just get to be able to speak to other people. And for me, I don't need any motivation. It's life, and we have to be able to be there for one another. And for that reason, I speak about it, at church, wherever I get to tell people about DTLC. Yes.
Nice. So how did it benefit you?
Okay, personally for me, of course, I was able to follow the program keenly. My meals, one thing I really appreciated was the fact that I was not fat. I'm a foodie. I like my food. And learning what to eat, the right foods, and the right portions, being carbohydrate intelligent, and also learning how to be able to exercise. Exercise was just not me being in the gym the whole time, but was also just even taking the walks and taking the steps and stuff like that. That really, really helped me. And the fact that I was able to also come off my medication, because that was a big one for me. And I work in partnership also with the doctor. I've not stopped going to the clinic. I get to test. I also get to test myself at home, so that's how I was able to benefit in a big way. And the fact that, many people, you get to a point whereby in life you get stagnant in your weight. It's not living. It's just there with you. You try, but at the same time, food is interesting. But just getting the knowledge that I can actually eat, but choosing to read the right portion, the right foods, at the right time, I'm okay. I'm able to really maintain the weight. At some point, I even asked Dr. Jang, I'm like, oh, I'm becoming too small. What can I do? So, of course, just increase of your such. I'm happy to be here. And yeah.
Very good. So I hear weight loss, and I hear you reduced your diabetes medication. So Dr. Nyawade was not just talking about it. It's real,
Reverse
Reverse
diabetes.
diabetes. Oh, fantastic. So what would you tell people, anyone who's wondering, should I join? Should I not? What's your story?
For me, if you're here and you're on this call, there's a reason why you're here. And knowledge is powerful because you're here for yourself. Because by the time somebody's coming to this call, there's something that you're thinking about. There's something that is concerning you. So I was concerned. At some point, I was alarmed. So for you being here today, I think DTLC is the place to be. And it's not only going to benefit you as a person, it will benefit your family, it will benefit your friends, and everybody else around you. They'll be able to see the changes. You don't even have to tell them, oh, this is what is happening. They'll be able to see it for themselves. And we are in this life to be able to live for the long haul and with good health. I think the saying goes, your health is your wealth. We know how much we get to spend in hospitals. And I really appreciate Dr. Nyawera just telling us that, they'll continue giving you medicine, continue giving you medicine, So I think if my food is my medicine, why not, Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you. You have been a
Yeah.
fantastic champion, and we hope you keep talking to your communities just as you have been
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
And she
Yes.
has
I'm very,
mentored.
very.
She has-
Good. Dr. Jang, you said?
No, she has mentored somebody, one of her friends, who's now going to be our next champion. Like the friend did so well. So and what
Amen.
we do actually, like you said, every season we pick champions and we train them. And so she can apply gladly. She can do so much wherever she goes, talks about portions, carbohydrate intelligence, and helps the community. So yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you, Mary. So you mentored a champion, and we have a champion for season 10. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
very
Yeah.
nice. Continue being a good brand ambassador. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Let's talk to another gentleman, because we have to have gender balance.
Gender balance.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
Charles Awiti has been one of our, again, like Adembo Nyawade, very good champion. And we'd like to hear from you, gentlemen, representing the boy child. Tell us, Charles. Can I see Charles?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
here.
there.
Oh, great. There you are. Okay, Charles. So tell us, how did you become a champion at DTLC?
Well, I'd heard about Dr. Alice. We had interacted quite a number of years ago, like she explained. She used to work at Kenyatta National Hospital, so we interacted professionally then. So later on, I heard that she had this program that is able to reverse diabetes. But when my wife wanted to join, that's how I got involved, because I went in just to initially listen, but then I joined the program. That was season 6. And so in that season, yes, I improved my lifestyle, my health. And then after that, I was then asked to be a champion in seasons 7 and 8. So that's really, in short, how I got involved to be a champion in season 7 and 8.
So we appreciate the peer pressure and helping you to come onto the program. But
Thank you,
also
Sis.
tell us, how have you benefited? Because you're not diabetic. So speaking to other people who are not diabetics, how have you benefited from the program?
Yes. So just like DTLC means, it's total lifestyle change. I've had a total lifestyle change. Like you say, yes, I'm not diabetic, I'm not even up to now, but I had what is part of what is called metabolic syndrome. That is all other facets that include diabetes, hypertension. So I've had diabetes before the program for about 10 years. At some point, I suffered a mild stroke, but it kind of went away within about 3 hours. And so, yes, in as much as I didn't consider myself a candidate for this program, I did benefit a lot from the program. In what way? Talking about change of lifestyle, making use of what is called in the program natural doctors, that is fresh air, good sleep, and the like, good diet, exercise, and things like that. I even lost weight during the program. The first 10 weeks, I lost up to 10 kilos. I'd been struggling to lose weight for 3 years because I had some eye conditions for about 3 years. I had several eye procedures. And because of that, after each procedure, you'd have to be kind of sedentary and stay indoors to avoid interaction outside. So in that process, I gained quite a bit of weight, and over 3 years, struggled to lose it. But within only 10 weeks, I lost 10 kilos. So that indicated to me that, yes, this program, in as much as one may think, oh, but I'm not on medication. People expect that for you to lose weight, either you're on medication, you are doing some thorough exercise program, which I never liked those kind of programs. Just the natural exercise, maybe 10,000 or so steps in a day, a few days a week. So just that simple change of what you eat, how you eat it, and using the natural doctors, that really improved my lifestyle, my life, or my health a great deal. Something I had actually tried to do, but was unable to do. To the extent that when I met my doctor, one of the reviews, he told me, when I walked into the room, he just said, there's something about you that looks different today. So I knew it was, and he asked me, what was it? So I explained to him also the program. And he said, oh yes, that's a good program. I'm just hoping that he can refer people also to the program. So yes, I really benefited a lot. I never believed I could eat what is called a meal. I knew a meal is lunch and supper, but to eat a meal, you're eating meat, something like that in the morning, eating vegetables in the morning. For me, that was a no-no. But DTLC made me do that. And up to now, I really, whenever I go, even if I'm visiting someone, I say, can I have what you prepared for me for supper, for my breakfast? So that I've really benefited quite a lot on this. Yeah.
Very nice. So what would you tell somebody watching? Which is the message you have been telling the community? What is your message to people about this program?
I'd say literally, as one of the statements we would hear at the program, DTLC program, you are what you eat, literally. A number of the conditions that people have today, degenerative conditions, and there are many and they're increasing. Predictions are that they will increase, hypertension, arthritis, or the like. You are what you eat. So and that means we change what we eat and we can change the condition. So I'd encourage many to not only join, even if you feel you don't benefit, somebody else will benefit. You can prevent a condition from coming or from getting to you, and help others also to benefit. Almost everybody in this room has or knows somebody with a condition akin to diabetes or metabolic syndrome. They can benefit, and they don't need to be going to hospital all the time. They don't need to be taking pills. They don't need to go for surgery in some cases. They can just benefit from it. So let's be advocates. I also try, if I give a minute just to add that two weekends ago, I was giving a talk about how to manage anxiety. And I think by coincidence, I found Dr. Alice and yourself, Lorraine, in that meeting. And I tried to slot in one or two sentences that I learned from the DTLC program. So I'd ask people to benefit from this program. Thank you.
Keep on being the champion wherever you are, and to build your community with the lifestyle skills as we are learning at DTLC. And we're happy to hear the progress from you. Thank you so much. We mentioned that we're not just in Kenya, we're not just in Africa, we are found in many people around the world have joined us as well. So today we are joined by somebody from Canada, and that is Irene. Irene, are you still with us?
Yep. Hi.
Great.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Irene Otieno. I'm a dietitian in Toronto, Canada. And my area of practice initially was in inpatient clinical, but then I sort of transitioned more into outpatient and total lifestyle change. I'm going to give you an example. My example, I'm going to make it a little personal. Even though I've worked with lots of patients who are working to change their lifestyle, I had a personal experience about 10 years ago where I was about 20 to 30 kilos overweight after having my children. And I really struggled with that. No, I mean, being a dietitian and working with all these, I was pre-diabetic and pre-hypertensive. And I decided that it was time to make a change and practice what I preach. So I got myself into a gym and started really slowly. I started with just 2 days a week, of walking on a treadmill, 30 minutes. And I slowly increased that to, I got myself to walking about five days a week, just steady state walking. And then slowly changed my lifestyle. And in a year, I had lost 30 kilos and have maintained that for 12 years now. So anyone who's considering this program, my message to you is diet and lifestyle does work. I'm not on any medications and I'm 52 years old. And it's one of those things that I know it's plaguing so many people. Behavior change is not easy. It's a struggle. And my message is not that you should go as drastic as perhaps I did, but as Alice mentioned earlier, even a 5% reduction in your body weight can significantly reduce any sort of health-related problems related to diet and lifestyle. So, I mean, hopefully you seriously consider this program.
Great. Somebody asks, where's the 52? We can't see it.
I have two children in university, so.
Oh, very nice. So please spread the gospel there as well about DTLC.
Irene is a dietitian
Yeah.
yes, she's introduced herself. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've actually been telling Alice that I was really, really impressed over the last session, just looking at all the different changes that people made in terms of their diet and and the outcomes, because those outcomes are incredible. When if I had those types of success rates here with my patients, we have a different patient population here. People have grown up eating fast food all their lives, and making that change can be extremely difficult. But when you see people moving and switching back to eating their traditional foods in moderation, and the impact it makes is huge. It's huge. I mean, I'm always admiring the food records that the patients have been sending, because I think, I mean, if everyone could eat that way, we wouldn't even be having this program.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us in spite of our time differences, and we are happy to
thank you for having. It's actually afternoon for me, so you guys, it's later for you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, and welcome again.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we've heard from the panelists, the doctors in the program. We've had experiences. We've even had another dietitian from a different population talking to us. Would you like to hear the snippets of what happens at DTLC? So Dr. John has prepared something for us. The topic is natural doctors. You had Charles Awiti talk about natural doctors. So natural doctors, how they impact you. So Dr. John, please help us with that topic.
Thank you so much, Lorraine. I appreciate that. But before I go on, I don't want to forget my young ones. I have interns who are working in the background to analyze data, food data. Everybody gets analysis of their food data and changes they need to make. So I just introduced them. Faith, here is Faith. And then we have Brighton. Where are you, Mr. Brighton? And every season, we also take nutrition interns because we are mentoring people. I'm not the only one. I need to leave a legacy behind. So we have Brighton here. We always try to have gender balance, So in 20 seconds, Faith, just say what you do at DTLC, and then Brighton. Faith.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm very happy and glad to be part of DTLC. This is my third season being part of this team, and I am so happy to be able to work with the participants from the previous sessions, the successful stories. It is so fulfilling to be able to see how nutrition and we can be able to make these changes that we want and achieve our goals. Thank you.
Okay, and Brighton, the oldest member. You're no longer an intern. You're our team, our nutrition team member here.
Good evening, everyone. I want to hope that you are all doing well. I want to welcome all of you to our DTLC program. You're hearing me, it seems I'm getting some network issues. Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm at home and some network issues here and there. I want to welcome all of you to our DTLC program. As I've been introduced, I'm Brighton Onyango, and nutritionist here. And I've been here for more than like around 5 seasons or 6. And DTLC is one program that I've witnessed how it changed so many lives, and it helps prevent so many lifestyle diseases if one is not having any of these conditions that you mentioned. And those who are on or are having these conditions, we are helping reduce you the burden of medications in terms of maybe the cost. So when you are looking at maybe the charges that we put there, you'll realize that at the end of the day, it is very effective because we are going to help you to reduce the burden of cost in terms of going to buy medications and all that. And like we've mentioned before, other speakers, we also help patients even remission some of these conditions, including diabetes. So think over it. If you've not yet joined, kindly join us for season 10. Feel most welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. So the nutrition support, the nutrition assistants, Faith and Brighton, they actually really analyze. So each person, every week you have to post your food, or every day, and we analyze your food and give you an analysis and recommendations on what you can work on, which of course, like the other participants have said, not only helps you, but also helps your family. So this is what these young people do. And every time we also take new interns because we want them to also appreciate the course that they did. Thank you, Faith, and thank you, Brighton. So I have a few minutes to talk about the natural doctors. So like we said, DTLC is about lifestyle change, but not all, of course, lifestyle change is backed by science. But you know what? What is science? It's just the natural doctors, So I'll share a few things, So for this session, I'm just going to talk about natural doctors. So who are the natural doctors? We have Dr. Nutrition, which is your diet. And we know that you need to just make an effort to stop eating processed food. Cut out processed foods. Eat your natural foods. Anything that is tinned, canned, processed, refined, put it aside. Eat natural food. Eat a variety of food. We have so many fruits. We have so many vegetables. One thing that we can share with you is how to analyze your food. So take a food diary, which we can share with you. And Lydia, if you can share it right now, that would be good. If not, we can always send it. Take a diary and write down what you're eating every day for 1 week. Now, in that diary, at the end of the week, start analyzing. How many types of vegetables do I eat? How many types of starches do I eat? How many proteins do I eat? So when you say how many, then it means you're looking at the variety. And then keep changing. So every week, buy different vegetables. When people start the session, you always see people just eat green vegetables, overcooked vegetables. But with time, if we can show you pictures, people start to eat raw vegetables and the plates are unbelievable. You can't even believe. I just look at the plates and I just feel so happy and so proud of all the participants in the team. So thank you for making me proud. So that was number 1, Dr. Nutrition. Eat healthy. That's natural. Jehovah God has provided food and you have to just eat what is natural. So if you make that effort, you will see the difference in your weight and in your health, in your immune system. Dr. Movement, just movement. We are supposed to move. We have major muscles, the arms, the legs. You're supposed to move. And when you move your arms and you move your legs. And when you move, there's a way you consume oxygen, your lung capacity opens up. So can you start at least improving on your steps? Most of us have smartphones. Why don't you add an app that monitors? We use an app called Pacer. But for that Pacer, we are able to see everybody's steps. 10,000 steps and so many steps. So why don't you start just walking? That is natural. doctor. Sunshine. Most of the time nowadays, what happens? We leave our houses very late. We are running to the office because we want to beat traffic, or you have so much time. You leave the house at 5, you get to the office at 6, 6:30 or 7. You sit in the office the whole day. You don't move. You need sunshine. It's important for your mood. It's important for your immune system. It's important for your energy. So when you don't get the sunshine, it actually impacts your mental health, your immunity, and energy levels. You're always tired and fatigued. So think about it. When's the last time you sat out in the sun for 30 minutes? So start making a habit of getting the natural doctor. That's Dr. Sunshine. The fourth doctor is water. You need to hydrate. How much water do you take? Most people will say 8 glasses. Yes, 8 glasses, but that's mean for everybody. I am 60 kilos. Do I need 8 glasses? I'm 100 kilos. Do I also just take 8 glasses? Actually, you need about 35 ml times your weight. So do the math. And then if you sit in a room with lighting the whole day, I have so much lighting, air conditioning, then you need more water. You're taking pills, you need more water. So your minimum is that 35 ml per kg body weight. So water should be natural water. Nowadays, you go to the supermarket, they have vanilla water, they have strawberry water. That's not natural. That is, so we go back to food, take natural things. So take your natural water. Don't enhance it with flavors. You know, if occasionally you want to have lemon, put your lemon, natural lemon, that's okay. But don't buy water that has got flavors. Just drink water. You will see what that will also do to you. Number 5, sleep. You know, I said earlier, we have 24 hours. Divide into 8. 8 hours is for working, 8 hours is for sleep. You have the 8 hours here to play around with, to do many other things, exercise, work extra. But surely, if you have 24 hours and you're not getting your 8 hours of sleep, you're headed for trouble. There's a report about CEOs, chief executive officers that dropped dead they just dropped dead. Very successful, especially men, young men in their 40s. They sleep 4 hours. They eat healthy. They exercise. They are at their peak. But they slept 4 hours. They just dropped. So you need your sleep. You can't be sleeping 4 hours. You can't be sleeping 3 hours. You can't be sleeping 5 hours. It's not enough. Dr. Nelly will tell you stress starts with not sleeping. You get depressed. So you need deep sleep to repair your body and to enhance your mood and all those things. Fresh air. Doctor number 6, fresh air, oxygen. You need to, go. Most of us, imagine you're sitting in the office, you're like this the whole day. So are you even getting clean air? Is it even clean? So still, you get out, get your sunshine, get your fresh air. If you're able to go to a park, in Nairobi, we have parks, we have Arboretum, we have different places. If you're able to go there from time to time, just sit and get your fresh air. Fine. There's a time I used to live in South Bay. And the doctor, one of my doctors told, I used to get migraines, and the doctor told me, Alice, there is an incinerary, an incinerary, hey, Atieno, you'll help me with that, right where you stay. This is where they burn the medical waste. And it's been there for years. You are never going to get rid of these migraines. You're never going to get rid of this upper respiratory tract infection. It's your environment. You have to change it. And I moved to the farthest end, to Karen, because the doctor warned me. I told my clients, I told my friends, I used to do awareness in the estate where I live. I told them, because then you realize there are always children with upper respiratory tract infections, because of, so what is in your environment? Are you getting fresh air in your environment? Change it if you have to. Does it affect your health? And then we have so many doctors, but there is doctor number 7, laughter. Laughter. You need laughter. Dr. Chino mentioned you need good relationships, so that is important. So you need laughter. And last but not least, Dr. 8, for those who are married, sexual health, very important. If you're not having a libido, if you're having erectile dysfunction, it's a warning. that there are so many bad things waiting to happen, especially a cardiac arrest waiting to happen. Don't ignore it. It's a natural, doctor. It should be normal. If you can't have it normally, it means something is gone wrong. So with those 8 natural doctors, please just practice natural. When I used to work at the hospital, and then patients have been admitted, and so we have a major ward round, we have all these consultants coming, and they always say, rule out lifestyle, rule out poor, lack of physical activity, rule out this. So sometimes they can't diagnose the problem because you're feeling tired, you're feeling fatigued. They run blood tests, they run x-rays, they run a bill of hundreds of thousands of Kenya shillings, and they find nothing. It's because your lifestyle, you're not sleeping. And even sometimes we all know what happens, surely, don't we? We know what happens. So, in short, let's start thinking about the natural doctors. You know them. Do you want me to repeat them? Number 1, diet, Dr. Nutrition. 2, Dr. Movement. 3, Dr. Sunshine. 4, Dr. Water or rehydration. 5, rest. 6, fresh air. 7, laughter. 8, sexual health. Of course, there are many others, but those are the ones that we preach at DTLC. Thank you very much, and over to you, Miss Lorraine.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ojwang. So do you see what it is that we do at DTLC? And that was just a few minutes of what the program entails, what Dr. Ojwang has talked about. And if you go practice that, we shall be sure there'll be a change. So we have heard from the doctors, we have heard from the champions, we have heard from the interns, and we have heard from especially Dr. Ojwang giving us snippets of what DTLC is about. But there's a cost to it. No, let's call it an investment to it, because your health is your wealth. So why don't we hear from the one person who makes this possible, the one person who brings us all together, working behind the scenes to get everything happen. For this, we are always very grateful, and that is Lydia Muragori. Please tell us, what is the investment, or what do you want to tell us about DTLC?
Well, good evening, everyone. We are so excited you made time to be here. My name is Lydia. I am the face and voice you'll meet when you're ready to join the DTLC family, and I'm here to help you get started. Well, we all agree we've been inspired this evening, but now it's time to act. We strongly encourage you to make this important decision, choose that healthy lifestyle. But why choose us? It's been emphasized over and over again today. This is not a quick fix. It's a structured program that has helped so many people regain their health, and there are people just like you. When you join DTLC, you're signing up for information. You're gaining a support system for a lifetime. So please invest in your health. The cost of the program is 30,000 Kenyan shillings, although the doctors, especially Dr. Alice, has asked me to extend an offer that we've been having because we don't want you to miss out on this program. The offer is 20,000, and this will lapse this coming Friday. So I know you might feel like this is a big commitment, but I want to remind you, it's an investment in your future, in your freedom from the burden of lifestyle disease, and even a load of medication. So if you're wondering how to manage the payment, let's talk, give me a call. We have posted our contact information there. I look forward to receiving you, and we really look forward to walking this journey with you. So please join DTLC.
Thank you, Lydia. Thank you very much.
And Lydia is the powerhouse. She's the admin. She manages everything. So thank you, Lydia. We cannot do it without you. We appreciate you.
So Lydia said it is 30,000. If you had to see Dr. Alice separately, Dr. Nelly, Dr. Atieno, Dr. Nyawera, you would be paying much more than that. And guess what? We have others. Have you ever heard about a podiatrist? Imagine, podiatrist, eh?
Yeah.
And many other doctors about sexual health and all. So if you had to pay all of those, you can imagine it's much more expensive. So please feel free to join us. It is the best decision you'll have made for your health. Your health is your wealth. We have a few minutes for questions, so we can take, let's say, 2 questions as we wind up the evening. Lydia, was there anything on the chat? Any question on the chat, or does somebody want to unmute and ask a question? Dr. Jung, you have a question?
No, you asked a question. Yes, there was a question on the chat.
Yeah.
No, I think somebody asked, they are going away. Is there a recording? That's an important question. Yes, there's going to be a recording, and we will share the recording through the channels that we advertise. So if you didn't get this, somebody forwarded it for you and we don't have your contact, feel free to post it on the chat and we'll make sure you get. But here, Mr. John Buru has a question.
Okay, Mr. John Buru, please proceed.
Yes, hi. I'm actually on my lunch break right now. I'm heading back to work. But I wanted to find out, you said that when is the discount ending for this program?
Well, that's this coming Friday. Let me
So
just...
this Friday or the next Friday?
This Friday, that is the 13th of June.
Okay.
The discount is going to lapse. So
Are you able to give me an arrangement? Because I'm working on it and I think I like the program. I should be ready next week, but I don't know if your discount will extend next week.
okay.
I think Lydia, you had said you had asked for 16th. Lydia is the one who even wants to extend it longer. Because we are starting today was the orientation session, and just to but the week 1 is on Monday next week. So maybe before Monday next week, then we can extend the discount on Lydia's request. After that, and please also, I just wanted to say, Lorraine and anybody who's watching, even as much as we charge that, we are trying to look for funding because it can't pay the consultants. We are trying to look for funding. So if you know a philanthropist who can pay for this program, so people can pay 2,000 or 3,000 per person. You can imagine the person in Eldoret, in Northeastern Province with diabetes. They can't afford this, but we want to get to them because with the online, we can get to everybody. So we're looking for funding. And if you feel rich, you can pay for 3-4 people. We have people who are waiting in the line. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Any other question? Yeah. We're good. It was profound, for sure.
They can give a comment. They can give a comment if they don't have questions.
Okay, even that. Okay, Lillian Mageni, please.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Yes. Benjamin, you've been muted already.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
We're good.
Thank you so much for that insight. Dr. Jung, you're very vivid and direct, and there are things that I was assuming that they are obvious, but I've also realized that they are also doctors by itself. It is very important that we actually understand that some of these things, majority of them, like the way Dr. Jung has put it, we don't have to buy them. They are naturally. It's only that now we need to embrace them.
Yeah.
By the fact that they are actually provided. We, in this generation, we are in a generation where we are actually eating anything that we are finding on our way, which at one point or the other, like the way it has been said that we are eating more of processed food. I remember those days when we used to eat miwa, the sugar cane. You take it directly. But right now you will get, processed. They have been squeezed, so yours is just but to drink. So forgetting that you taking that sugar cane, you are actually also exercising your jaws and making them fit, apart from just exercising your tooth in the process. So you realize some of these things, you don't do them, yet they are also exercising part of your body. And so I want to appreciate this forum. It's a good forum. This is my first time. There was a time Dr. Zhang invited me, but I was busy in class teaching, so I could not attend this class. So I appreciate, keep on with the same spirit. Maybe with time I will also see how I also continue benefiting from the same. Dr. Zhang, thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And who was talking? I just hear the voice, but I couldn't see the name.
Benjamin Kimboy.
Oh, Benjamin. Yes, that's my colleague at the TUC. Thank you, Benjamin, for joining. Thank you very much. Yes. So I hope you're going to apply some of the natural doctors. Then we have Lillian.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to see all of you. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
I think the talk was really inspirational. Yeah. And I think the conclusion there with the 8 doctors, very, very inspirational and doable. I hope to catch up with the offer, which is for Friday. I think that's a good one. But I have to ask 2 questions. One, this introductory session, is it available if I wanted somebody else to listen to it? That is number 1. Number 2, how long does the season last? Sort of whatever payment one makes, how long does it last? Do they have to be in several seasons, or does it depend on an individual's progress? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Those are good questions. Yes, you will get the video. So if we have your contact, please make sure if you didn't get it by email, if you got the message by WhatsApp directly from us, you will get it. If somebody forwarded, then put your email here so we make sure we get you. And so yes, you can get it and somebody can watch it. Secondly, how long does a season last? One season is actually 14 weeks. So we have this first week as an introduction session, then we have 12 weeks of lifestyle intervention. And in that, you're going to go and to do an evaluation, like Dr. Nelly said. So some people bargain and say, oh, I cannot. But you know what? This includes this payment you're making also includes mental health evaluation. And we realize in our culture, people don't go for that. And we know it's important. So it's part of this payment. You will go for it. So it's 12 weeks. And then we have a graduation week. So it's 14 weeks you're in school. And by the way, we graduate, we give you a certificate, because putting up the work for 12 weeks, you deserve a certificate, which is your medal. So I hope that answers your question. Yes. And so what Lorraine was saying, 12 weeks visiting different doctors, how much are you really going to pay for that? For us, it's value. And we do this because we know we can't afford, people can't afford so much, but our goal is that this program will cost 1,000 shilling per person for 12 weeks. So help us get the funds, help us get the support. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Susan.
Thank you. Do you have another question or?
Yes,
Susan?
we have Susan.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Susan is back to DTLC.
Yes, Susan.
Yeah, I would like to have just taught us on the 8 natural doctors. Actually, I must have missed the 9th season, but now I've gotten. I'm very happy about it. I believe that information was very much important. Secondly, I also have a question. I had a friend, a colleague actually, whose father-in-law is suffering from diabetes and wanted to join. So the issue was he does not have a smartphone. How
Okay. Yes. I think we lost Susan. But I get the question. How is the person? Susan was in season 9, and so she was successful. I think that's what she said. And how is somebody without a smartphone going to access the program? I think that may be challenging. What I can say for now is we plead with the family to support them so that they can be able to watch the program. We had a family who used to use one phone, and they had the neighbors who would come in and watch. We're not encouraging you to get your neighbors to watch, but we plead for them to get. But in the near future, we will see what else can be done. We are trying to work with a nutritionist in the local environment. That is phase 2. A nutritionist from, Butere, Eldoret, then they can actually run the program even physically in those places. And this is phase 2. When we get the funding, then we can make sure this program reaches every part of Kenya and across the world. Right now, we are in so many countries. Thank you.
Okay.
We lost Susan, but we have Mary. Okay, Susan, you're there. Okay. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did. So the last question was, I have not heard of honey as part of processed food or natural food. I would like to know if making use of honey is not good or it's good for us, especially for diabetic type 2.
So should I answer that question? Anyway, I'll answer because there are people here who have not been on the program. But remember, you can take honey, but the question is how much? Are you going to take a teaspoon? Are you going to take 2 teaspoons? 3 teaspoons. Honey is natural sugar, but how much? Remember, even a starch will produce, when you take it, it will make sugar. So how much do you take? So the question is always the quantities. Thank you. I want to leave it at that. It's natural.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong with it. It's the quantity. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think then there's Mary Gittel. We could give you that as the last one.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much. I think I'm glad to be here. I'm looking forward to a great time, and I'm praying I'll be a champion anyway. Now, I've seen that you've given us some tests we need to take, and I've taken some tests, I think, late last year. Should I consider that, or should I do fresh tests like the ones you've given? Should I redo them?
Yes, last year is too far. At least 3 months maximum. Yes.
Okay.
So you may need to redo them.
Thank you.
Yeah, and for those who are asking what tests, so if you're able to do at least a minimum HbA1c, cholesterol profile for women, iron, HB is very important. Yes, and if you have diabetes and have been having it for long and blood pressure, then you also need a kidney test. We shall provide this with the help of the doctors. Yes. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, very good. Thank you all for being with us today. Dr. Ojwang, what is your final, what's your story? What do you want us to remember?
Yes. Remember, genes load the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger. It doesn't matter what you are, what the condition you have. If you're healthy, your lifestyle will pull the trigger. Your lifestyle will pull the trigger. If you're taking medication for any condition, your lifestyle will pull the trigger or will make the difference. So we're here to support you, and you make the choice. And sometimes we know people are not ready and they will come later, but don't take too long. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you. Dr. Jalango, what is your closing statement to us?
I think whatever you're going through in life, it's all about chances. Life presents chances. Then you make choices. But whatever choice you make, there is always a consequence. So it is my prayer as we walk the digital journey that you will turn and make good choices and have better outcomes. So that's it.
Thank you. Make good choices. Good. Dr. Tieno, what is your last statement?
Well, it's been awesome, But just remember that your mental health is just as important as your physical health. So please take care of it.
Good. Ciao. Short and sweet. And Dr. Nyawera, final statement?
Let your food be your medicine. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. They keep getting shorter and sweeter. So thank you all, panelists. And please remember Lydia. I think now she's the one, we leave it all to her to help us to coordinate this until next week. Lydia, what do you have to say?
I look forward to receiving all of you. I have the time for all of you.
Yes. Thank you for the commitment. So thank you all for joining us this evening. We know it is the investment, the time. You could be doing something else, but we're happy that you're with us. Thank you, doctors, for giving us your wisdom. We appreciate that. We thank you, champions. Thank you, interns. Thank you, Lydia, for joining, for making everything possible this evening. So as you think about the doctors, as you think about joining the season 10, we are welcoming the new participants, the old participants. So we are going to help you to do it. So thank you, everybody, and have a good night. See you next week.